Hello, my name is Nathan Jones. I'm the Alfred C. Glassell III postdoctoral fellow in drug policy at Rice University's Baker Institute. I'm honored here to have Professor Stevenson of the South Texas College of Law to discuss our new interinstitutional collaboration between the Drug Policy Program and the South Texas College of Law. We are honored to have a relationship with such a prestigious university, and I would like to thank Professor Stevenson. Professor Stevenson, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So, Professor Stevenson, how did the collaboration between the Drug Policy Program and the South Texas College of Law begin?
This really began with a law student at our institution who's passionate about this issue and approached the dean at our school asking if we could create either an institute or a center within the school to focus on drug policy and specifically marijuana legalization. As we explored it, we realized that we could probably do more by collaborating with the existing program that you have here at Baker Institute. And that student was really the catalyst for setting up the initial meetings and things like that. And we've taken it from there.
Interesting. What projects do you envision going forward?
Well, so far what we've done is taken the legislation course at South Texas College of Law. It's an upper level elective for the law students, for second and third year law students, and built the course around, I should say, this idea of drafting legislation for states to use after marijuana is legalized. And it becomes a class project. Each person takes a piece of the legislation or regulations that they want to address, and they draft a few pages of statute and then 8 to 12 pages of commentary, similar to the Model Penal Code or the Uniform Commercial Code from the American Law Institute. And that becomes part of their class project. We envision continuing with that, and as time goes on, being able to put together a package of usable, maybe off-the-shelf usable legislative materials with relevant commentary for the Baker Institute to use. And we also anticipate having opportunities for co-authorship of articles and books, co-sponsoring panel discussions and symposia, things like that.
Excellent, excellent. And this is very policy relevant, particularly given the referendum that have recently passed in Colorado and Washington.
That's right. That's exactly right. And up till now, a lot of the policy discussion and academic treatment has been focused on the current crisis with drug policy and the need for a change, what kind of change should happen. There hasn't been enough attention given to how the legal system will have to adapt after marijuana is decriminalized, how the licensing regimes for dispensaries or sellers, taxation issues, liability when something goes wrong, age requirements, and so on.
Yeah, and the devil will be in the important details.
That's right, that's right. Even something as simple as the definition section of a statute can have far-reaching implications for how something will play out later in the courts, maybe an event or problem that no one has anticipated yet.
What role do you see for this collaboration in the broader policy debates on marijuana legalization?
Well, I think that right now we have a lot of discussion about how marijuana and our current drug policy is affecting the prison system, race relations, the law enforcement, and so on. And we want to contribute to this discussion by focusing people on what will happen after things are legalized. It seems like the trend is towards legalization, that there's a trajectory that the country's on. More and more states are considering this or moving in that direction. And just like when alcohol prohibition was repealed, the legal system had to adjust, they had to adapt. And so now every state has its own rather elaborate regulatory regime for alcohol. Similarly, tobacco, which was never criminalized, but we have regulation, we have age requirements, you also have liability sometimes for the manufacturers as a public policy issue. And that's what we want to move the debate in that direction, to get ahead of the curve, so to speak.
Yeah, and that view that the trend is generally toward legalization, certainly Pew and Gallup polls of American public opinion seem to bear that out as well.
That's right. And I think that we have a unique opportunity here to get synergy from our different areas of expertise. The Baker Institute has people with a lot of expertise in drug policy, how the drug cartels work right now, how the current policy is affecting our legal system, and what we can bring in is some expertise in how regulation works, how regulatory agencies work, the limits within which they have to work, the different type devices that states have for controlling sales and distribution and possession and things like that.
Well, Professor Stevenson, we really look forward to a very fruitful collaboration, and I'd like to thank you for your time and coming in today to discuss it.
My pleasure.